Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we have with the integer exponent powers here. As you can see again on the top of the board here, we have those rules that we're going to be using. So it depends on the kind of problem that we have. We can use some particular rules or a combination of the rules that we have there, okay? So take a note of that, take a picture or something of those rules as we're going to be using them a lot. Let's take the same first problem here. -8, a power 5, b power 0. What are we going to do here? We want to solve for this problem. We want to simplify this problem. Anything that we can do here? So we have -8, a power 4, b 0. Already we're recognizing b 0 because we have x power 0 over there, right? So that's something that we need to know. And anytime we have a base with power 0, it is equal to what? 1. Okay, so we can start from there. So if you don't even know what to do, we can start from there. But remember, at the end of the day, we want to simplify these expressions, okay? So this one is going to be equal to -8, a power 5 times 1. Because b power 0 equals to 1. So I put parentheses so that we can see that we are multiplying, okay? Because if I don't put it there, it may not make sense to a lot of you guys. So we put the parentheses so we know it's multiplication that we have. And then anything else that we have here to do, I don't see anything else that we can simplify. So we just multiply 1 by -8, a power 5. 1 times anything stays what? The same thing. So 1 times this is going to be -8, a power 5, finished. Okay? So it's -8, a power 5, we're done. So that's for the first problem here. So we go to the second problem here, which is -25, a power 4b in parentheses, and then times we have 4, a b to the third power. So when we have it like that, so that means this is multiplication, right? So if that's multiplication, what do we do to the powers? We add the powers. So if we have multiplication, we add the power, we keep the same base, and then we add the power. So that means we're going to have to work with like terms. That means a and a together, b and b together in multiplication. And also the coefficients, also we're going to have to also use them and multiply them together. That means if we're going to multiply -5 times 4, okay? So -25 times 4 is going to give us what? -100. We good? Because remember, -25 times 2 is -50. Okay, so if we multiply that by 4, that would give us -100. Okay? So it's like you have a quarter 4 times. So that gives you $1 or €1. Okay? So that's 100. All right, so now what else can we combine? We can combine a to the 4th times a to what? What's the power for a? Is an invisible 1 here. Okay, so it's a power 1. So if a power 1, so when we multiply them, what do we do to the power we said? We add the power, so that is a 4 plus 1. And then we continue with now the next base, which is b, right? So that is b power 1 times b power 3. So that is b power 1 plus 3. We good? So what we have is -100, a power 5, b power 4, when we add those two numbers, together. So this is how we simplify these kinds of problems. And also here, there's nothing else you can do. You have the coefficient, which is -100. You have a power 5, and then you have b power 4, and then you are done. There's nothing else that you're going to combine together to change this answer. And you're good for the second problem also. Let's go to the third, but not least one here. So this is parentheses for xy power 0 times 5xy. Okay, so again, we're multiplying here. But what's the difference here is because we have a power 0 as an exponent outside the parentheses for the first expression here. And that's power 0. And what did we talk about power 0? X power 0 equals to 1. So that means anything raised to power 0 will be equal to 1. All right? So these problems that seem to be so difficult to deal with, now we're narrowing that down to a very simple one. So that becomes a 1 here times 5xy. You see what just happened, ladies and gentlemen? See how this can be easy? So tricky questions like this, you have to look out for them. That's the reason why we're here, to understand the concept and practice. Once we do that, we understand the concept, we practice, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be fine. So let's go. So 1 times 5 times xy is going to give us what? 5xy, nothing else to deal with. Okay? So we are good. This is it for those 3 questions here. I'm sure that you guys get it by now. Go back, look at the problems again, take them out, and then work it out by yourself. Check it with your answer, see how you're doing, where are your mistakes. Go back and watch the videos again so that you can see where the mistakes are. Okay?